Hello and welcome to another video here at Hobbies and Happiness. My name's Dan.
And I'm Jim, and today we're going over Cyclops Hero Pack.
Alright, so FFG finally came out with the announcement article for Cyclops. We knew it was coming.
Yes.
I've been anxiously waiting to see when they were going to announce it, and they finally dropped it. Now I'm just curious how long we're going to have to wait for Jean Grey.
Yeah.
Anyway, Cyclops is here. And spoiler alert, we're excited.
I know I am.
So before we get into it, if you haven't yet hit that subscribe button, go ahead and hit that subscribe button if you want to see more Marvel Champions content and other card game content here on the channel. Hit that subscribe button, like that video if you also want to see more Marvel Champions content as well. And yeah, we'd really like to know if you guys enjoy content like this or what other kind of card game content you're looking for. So hit that sub and like button and let us know, and then hit that bell notification to be notified whenever we release a new video. All right, so Cyclops. Yeah, Cyclops is pretty good. So we're just gonna jump right in. So alter ego Scott Summers has the ability. So Scott is a mutant with 3 recovery, hand size of 6 and 10 hit points.
Yes.
He's a mutant and says you may include X-Men allies from any aspect in your deck. So right away, that's great. Like that's just one thing that you are able to do. Yeah. So immediately you think, oh, probably leadership. Like you're gonna build him a leadership shell, which he will come pre-built as leadership. Does have a lot of leadership cards, but additionally, he has this other ability called Constant Training. It says action: search your deck for a tactic upgrade and add it to your hand. Limit once per round. Okay, so tutor for a card every turn. Yes,
that's pretty good
for free.
That's pretty good. You're just I just reshuffled everything.
You don't have to exhaust either.
Yeah.
You don't have to exhaust. Just oh man, just tutor, a free tutor every turn. Now, okay, so it's tactics. The last time we've seen tactics is Black Widow. And since Black Widow, like I've been wanting for more tactics cards that she can use in her deck. So we've got more tactic cards that she can use for her deck. So that's great. But the thing with Black Widow, I remember back then, was there weren't a lot of tactic cards. Yeah. So now we have more tactic cards that you can utilize. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that. But that was initially the thing that I was concerned about is the lack of tactics cards. So hopefully this pack and then more packs coming forward will have more tactic cards. So the ability to tutor any card every turn for free. So again, I can't stress how amazing this is.
Huge.
You don't even have to play the card. That's a free resource. Yep. It's a free resource every time. Dude, guys, I can't even. Like, this is so good. This is so good for an alter ego side. Yeah. And this is just the alter egos. Jim, talk about the hero.
Oh yeah, don't mind if I do. So Dan really loves the other side. I'm a huge fan of this.
I love both.
Yeah,
I love both, but this I sent this to him right away.
So the hero side, Cyclops, 2 thwart, 1 attack, 2 defense. Optic Blast. Action attack. Spend 1 resource of any type. Deal 3 damage to an enemy with an upgrade attached to it. Limit once per round.
Lightning bolt.
Lightning bolt. Yeah, lightning bolt.
Yeah, lightning bolt. Anybody? That's literally what I thought.
Yeah, but when I first saw it, I was like, okay, yes, it's lightning bolt, but what are the attachments?
Yeah. So the first thing I saw was spend 1 resource, deal 3 damage. So immediately my mind is, oh, it's lightning bolt. But then I kept reading with an upgrade attached. I'm like, okay, upgrade attached. But then we started going through the rest of the cards.
This next one's good.
But before that, so think about like the alter ego side again. Tutor for any tactic in your deck. Okay, it's gonna be 1 resource. Yep. You can use that card that you just tutored for. That you can use that as your resource for the Optic Blast ability. And then one thing I don't think you mentioned, the hand size is 5. So again, pretty normal. Yeah. Being -1 from the alter ego side. So yeah, so those upgrades. We'll talk about the first one here. Exploit Weakness. So it's a 1 cost upgrade. Again, it's a tactic.
real quick, before
Yes.
we continue,
Yeah.
I don't believe you have to exhaust him for this ability.
You don't.
So you could be like, get in for 3 damage and then thwart if you need to for 2, or you get in for that 1 extra damage, unless you're playing aggression, and then you get even bigger.
Yeah.
Which we're going to.
Yeah, that's anytime I see an action like this that you don't have to exhaust. Okay, so I'm already there because now you can do any of your other basic attacks or use any other attack card or something to where you have to exhaust a hero. So all right, so let's talk about this first upgrade. Exploit weakness, 1 cost tactic. It says attached to an enemy, max 1 per enemy. It has a temporary keyword, and then it also says increase the amount of damage attached enemy takes from each attack by 1. So first things first, temporary. That's a new keyword, and essentially what temporary means is at the end of the round you discard that card. Okay, so that, and honestly that makes sense for all these upgrades being so low, the cost being low. So the fact that you have to discard it at the end of the round, I mean, yes, that's not good. I don't like that, but you're paying 1. Some of these are free, right? Some of these are 0 cost or 1 cost. So like it's a trade-off, right? And honestly, I'll take that trade-off because that means more cards in my hand that I can use, that I can either play or use as resources.
And not to mention, it's the cards that you're using to then use that optic blast from Cyclops Hero.
Yeah, right. So like they want you to use that ability, and they're giving you more cards in your hand to where you're able to do that each round as well. So increase the amount of damage attached enemy takes from each attack by 1. That's not just like from Cyclops.
Yeah.
From anyone.
Huge.
Anyone. So if you're playing leadership,
you got 3 allies out. You're just like swing, swing, swing. 3 more damage.
3 more damage. Yeah, that's. Or if you're at a table and there's 2 people playing leadership, there's all. It's crazy. So attached to an enemy. Again, you're probably, depending on like how many allies are on board, attaching this to the villain, the main villain. That's always going to be big, as well as just attaching it to a minion, just to who has a high life total. It's going to be big as well. So exploit weakness. So we now know what temporary means, and also a lot of these are going to say like max 1 per enemy. But let's talk about the next one, Jim.
So next one we have is practice defense, a 0 cost upgrade tactic attached to an enemy, max 1 per enemy. Temporary, attached enemy gets -1 attack. So a nice little debuff.
So that would be a big one, to where even if you have an enemy whose attack is 1, right? You can just take their attack away. That way, when it goes to the villain phase, when they attack, you don't have to defend or anything.
Can they hit for 0, or is it like minimum of 1? Is that in the rules?
Well, I mean, if they hit for 0, you're not taking any damage.
Yeah, I just didn't know if there was like anything that was like you can't reduce a monster's attack less than 0.
I mean, you could, but I mean, nothing would happen.
Less than 1. My bad. Less than 1.
No.
Okay.
There is no.
Then this is great.
Yeah, there's no ruling like that. Yeah, correct. Yeah, I see what you're asking. Yeah. No, they can have an attack of 0.
Cool.
Yeah. So like that, you could use that as a way of protecting, but also I don't want to have to defend. I don't have to worry about exhausting to defend. My life total is so low. That way I can go to my turn and then attack or do anything else to where I need to be in the ready position.
Now thinking about Cyclops in terms of the defense, you play him in green, and now you're just protection, like even more tankier. Yeah, that'd be pretty cool. So, all right, this has got to be one of my surprise. This is going to be one of my favorites here. 0 cost upgrade, priority target. Another tactic, attach to an enemy, max 1 per enemy. A lot of these tactic upgrades have the max 1 per enemy. Again, it's also temporary, but then it also has interrupt. When attached enemy is defeated, the player who defeated it draws 2 cards. So I'm now up 2 cards from defeating an enemy. Most likely you're gonna want to place this on a minion, right? So I pay 1 card. I am paying 1 card in hand. Now, either I am now
basically up one card because I'm replacing the card that I used from a hand, and now I'm drawing an additional card, or I'm still down a card, but now my one teammate of mine is now up 2 cards. Regardless, it's a win for the table.
Except we're gonna put quotes around you're down a card because you just draw to max hand size at the end of the turn anyway.
Yeah, right.
So
right.
You still get it back.
You're still down a card for what you can do during that
for the
turn.
turn.
For that turn. Yeah, I mean, the ability, I just remember when we were playing Spider-Man and She-Hulk, when you were using all your cards, you were down to not very many, and then you did the that flip, and then you just dropped to hand size. It's like
so good.
Continue that turn cycle is really, really good. Yeah, so I like Pride to Target. Time will tell to see how good of a card that'll be for Cyclops, but I think it'll be good. But Jim, talk about this next one. This one will be pretty good.
We got Field Commander, a 1-cost upgrade. You take the first place during the player's phase, and which then gives some reminder text. Then we have each Cyclops upgrade attached to a minion loses the temporary keyword.
Biggest thing there is it's a minion.
Yes.
It is a minion, so
that's important.
If you have one of these tactics upgrades attached to the main villain, it's still temporary. But the one, if it's attached to the minion, that's only when it loses the temporary keyword, which is still good, which is still great, especially like priority target. Like that's one you definitely want to stay on board if you're not able to defeat. But most likely, if you're playing that card, you're aiming to defeat that enemy that turn. Yeah, like you're putting some forethought into that.
The going first part is huge because now if we're going to exploit weakness, now all of your minions along with your attack and then however many other players you have with you are also then going to be getting that one additional damage.
So if you have Field Commander out on board, play still proceeds in play order. You still pass the first player token. Okay, so that does still pass. That way, when cards come out that do damage to the first player or whatever, you are not the first player, but you are still going first during that turn, right? So that just it makes it so you can set up all of your tactics. I mean, which again makes you're the one setting the tactics, setting up the traps.
You're being the leader.
Correct. Like flavor, I love. The flavor is one of my favorite things about this game, and this is just another card that I think does it very, very well. So this next one,
I love this card.
I love this card so much. It's a 2-cost upgrade, Ruby Quartz Visor. It's an item. It says Hero Resource. Exhaust this card. Generate an energy resource for your Optic Blast ability. That attack gains piercing and ranged. So now we have a lightning bolt that basically is free, right? It's basically free because I'm not using any cards in hand, right? But now that Optic Blast ability, it gains piercing and ranged. So not taking any retaliation damage, discarding all tough status cards. Yeah, it's so good.
Pretty good.
It's really, really, really good.
Just every single turn. Hit them for 3.
Hit them for
minimum.
3. Absolutely. And as long as you're in hero form, okay, bop you for 3. Perfect. I mean, it is such a value engine. Like it's a different kind of value engine, but I think it's still definitely a value engine as well. Because I'm not using anything in hand. I'm just getting a free 3 damage off of Cyclops ability. It's so good. I really love that card, Ruby Quartz Visor.
It's amazing.
So, Jim really likes this next card.
Oh yeah. Full blast. It's a 1-cost event. Hero Interrupt. When you use your Optic Blast ability, exhaust Cyclops. This attack deals 8 additional damage and gains overkill. This is a lot of damage output coming in.
Now, when you use this, you have to be ready. You need to be in the ready state. You know, we talked about before Optic Blast and not having to exhaust, but for this you do need to exhaust, so you can only play it if you are in the ready state because it is part of that cost. It's everything before that arrow. So
the dealing 8 additional damage now causes your Optic Blast to hit for 11, and if you're now aiming at a little minion, I don't know if a minion has more than 11 HP.
Right, but okay, But if you have your visor out, it gains piercing, ranged, and overkill.
Yeah.
Oh man. So you initially thought of the card Relentless Assault.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Relentless.
That's why I want to play him as aggression.
Yeah. So Relentless, like I kind of want to compare it, like, because they're similar. So Relentless Assault is a 2-cost event and attack. Hero action, deal 5 damage to a minion. If you paid for this card using a physical resource, this attack gains overkill. A Full Blast is a way better Relentless Assault.
Oh yeah. And I love Relentless Assault.
Yeah, I know. I know you do. Like granted, with Relentless Assault, you don't have to exhaust.
Yeah.
But honestly, when I'm doing 11 damage, I don't really care.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a lot of
Can you imagine playing Full Blast and then having another one in hand with the ability to somehow restand?
Yeah, there was only a way.
You can't. No, you can't. Because
this is once per turn.
Correct.
Yeah.
Because the
that's
Optic
right.
Blast is
Yeah.
once per turn.
Sure.
Is once per turn.
They
That's
should
the
just
downfall.
get rid of that.
Yeah.
Just get rid of that. We're gonna erase that.
But come on. What is Cyclops in the field? He does his Optic Blast ability, right? And that's, oh guys, I can't do it, man. Like, I just did it. I have to wait for it to recharge. No, he doesn't. He just goes, pew, pew, pew. You know, it reminds me of like the Incredibles. You've seen Baby Jack, Jack. Laser eyes.
Laser eyes.
Pew, pew, pew.
Yeah,
That's that kind
when
of
he's shooting at the cat, I think, right?
Yeah.
He's like, kitty.
Yeah.
Oh no, it was a raccoon that he was watching.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's right.
Yep. All right. So this next card, another really great card, Tactical Brilliance, 2-cost event, Thwart. Hero action, Thwart. Remove 3 threat from a scheme. Choose a tactic card in your discard pile and add it to your hand. All right. So remove 3 threat. So 2 costs for removing 3 threat is a good rate. Okay. But I think the best thing about this card is getting another tactic card from discard to your hand.
Yep.
So again, getting another card to hand that I can either play or use as a resource.
Yep.
Anything that replaces a card in my hand that I'm using to pitch for cost, I sign me up for. Because again, the value is just so good. But again, if you get a tactic card that costs 0,
or you go get exploit weakness.
Correct.
And start that whole thing over again.
Yep. And again, a lot of Cyclops' upgrades for this are 1 cost, 0 cost. They're all very, very cheap. So it's looking at all of these tactics, it's really, really great. So I think Tactical Brilliance is a great card. All right, so those are all of the Cyclops cards that were showed off. So we don't have the entire reveal, but that's a really, really great start. So, all right, Jim's gonna talk about this next card.
Dan, I think you like this card a little bit more than me.
Probably.
So go ahead.
Probably. All right. So this is Beast. So Beast, Hank McCoy.
He is a beast too.
4 cost ally. 2 thwart, 1 consequential, 2 attack, 1 consequential, 3 HP. Has Genius X-Men. Okay, and it says response. After Beast enters play, search your deck and discard pile for a resource card and add it to your hand. Shuffle. All right. So ETB, get a resource card in hand. Yes, sign me up. Now, granted,
from deck and discard.
Yes. So
that's huge.
That's big. Okay. So my thing is, anytime I see something that costs 4, my first question is always, okay, is it worth it?
What does it do?
Like, is that 4 worth it? So, am I gonna want to pay 4 to search for? Again, it's any resource.
Yeah.
So it's
if
Genius.
only there's resources that produce 2.
Yeah. So and now the resources that are in the game, they're so much better for the game. So there's a lot of really, really great resource cards out there. But if I can get a discount on playing Beast, sign me up. Yeah. So if I'm playing Leadership, you be playing Sneak Attack, 1 cost event. It is a tactic. It's an event, but it's still a tactic.
Oh, okay? If only you could search for it. through a couple ways.
Now, I will say Scott Summers' ability, it does say tactic upgrade. Okay, so this is a tactic event.
Oh, okay.
But regardless, it's still a tactic. So
Tactical
brilliance. Okay,
That'll
you can
do
do. So sneak attack, 1 cost event tactic. Action, choose an ally in your hand that shares a trait with your identity, which Beast is an X-Men. If that ally is still in play at the end of the phase, discard it. So again, paying 1 to put Beast out on board, yeah, that's gonna be really good to then get any resource. It's just so good, man. Like playing sneak attack with Beast. Again, I'm only using Beast just to get a resource. Oh, it's so good, dude. It's so good. So his stat line is good. You know, 2, 2, and 3. Like it's okay, but like it's nothing out of the extraordinary. But still, Beast. I'm sneak attacking Beast all day just to get those resource generators, and then being able to build up my board state as quickly as possible, and then basically go ham. So I really do like Beast being able to get any resource. It's so good. So
very strong card.
Yeah, Jim, you talk about this next one. I know you like this one.
I'm such a fan of this one.
Yeah.
Dust. It's a 3-drop ally. This one is aggression because remember, Scott Summers, the alter ego. We can use X-Men from any aspect. So it's got...
That's so good, though. Yeah. Oh, it's so good.
Huge.
Yeah.
So it has 1 thwart, 1 attack, and then each of those have 1 consequential damage with 3 HP. It's an X-Men, and it has interrupt. When Dust attacks a minion, she attacks each minion in play. Then she takes 1 additional consequential damage after this attack. So it isn't for every single minion out on board.
Right.
It's you're only taking 2, but you're hitting everything out.
Yeah, so if there's 7 minions, you're hitting 7 for... You're hitting 7 for 1, but you're only taking that 2 consequential.
Or maybe you have other cards to buff it. Who knows? If only those existed, you know?
Yeah, she attack. So I want to read this again. When she attacks a minion, she attacks each minion in play.
Yep.
Oh gosh. Oh goodness gracious.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was just like deal it 1 damage to. Oh man.
Yeah.
Dude, that is so good.
Yeah, you attack everything.
You're just that is so much better than I thought.
Oh yeah.
But then you're only taking 2. Oh man, dude.
Yep.
That's insane.
That's good.
That is so good.
That's a good card
for
3-drop too.
Oh man, so being able to attack so many minions for a lot, because a lot. You're most likely, and again, I think this is why if you're putting Dust in a Scott Summers shell, you're playing leadership, because those are the kinds of cards where you're gonna be able to boost all of your allies. So. Yeah, that's really, really good. I'm a fan. I'm a fan of Dust. So,
or if you're just going up against Ultron and get really sick of those little those bots, man.
Yeah. So all right. This next one is Danger Room Training. It's a 1 cost upgrade. It's a training upgrade. It has attached to an X-Men ally. Max 1 training upgrade per ally. That's on all training upgrades as well. But the attached ally gets +1 thwart, +1 attack, and +1 HP.
If only we just talked about 2 X-Men little minions.
Yeah.
Pretty good.
Yeah.
Pretty good.
Or I don't know. Can you think of another X-Men?
Is there
another one?
You know, let's go over the next card. I need some time to think about that. Okay.
Yeah, so talk about the next card real quick.
Yeah, I'll think of something.
We'll think about it. Yeah, we'll think. But this next card.
So this next one's called Coordinated Attack. Yep. It's a 0-cost upgrade tactic. Attached to a minion, max 1 per minion. Each ally takes 1 less consequential damage when attacking attached minion.
Now, keep in mind, you attach this to a minion.
Yeah.
You attach to a minion, not an ally.
Which, going over those new what are the modular sets?
Modular sets?
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah.
A lot of those minions can be big.
Dude, yeah.
They can be huge.
Yep, they are, for sure. But okay, so again, thinking about an ally that is really gonna benefit. Who do you think, man?
You know, if I could think of one random card, I would say Wolverine.
Oh yeah,
Just off the top of my head, wasn't even really considered.
Wolverine, dude. So Wolverine's a 4-drop, one Thor, 3 attack with 2 consequential damage, 4 HP. His attacks gain piercing, but he has that ability response after your turn begins. Heal damage from Wolverine.
Yeah.
So giving him 5 HP, 4 attack. Yeah, because I mean, let's be honest. You're not thwarting with Wolverine. you're deal. Oh,
yeah,
dude, that's just so good.
Oh man, if you have the danger room training, right?
Yes.
You said he was hitting for 4.
Yeah, with danger room training attached.
Okay.
Yes, correct.
So with that, he's hitting for 4, and as long as you just attack every other turn, he lives forever.
Yep. Yeah,
I don't see a problem
with so four attack with gaining piercing.
Yeah,
his attacks get dude, so good. So yeah. All right. So let's talk about this next card. Resource, effective leadership.
Yes.
Max 2 per deck, just like a lot of these resource cards. Has interrupt. When you spend this card to play an ally, that ally gets +1 thwart and +1 attack.
This is good
until the end of the phase. So, oh man. Like, this is so good. This is crazy, dude.
Question: what is the wording on sneak attack?
The wording on sneak attack.
Yeah.
Okay. Choose an ally in your hand that shares a trait with your identity.
Okay.
Put that ally into play. Oh yeah.
If it said play, this would have worked.
Yeah. Yep. No. Yep. And it's just put into play.
Okay.
Yeah. Unfortunately, but see, with effective leadership, you're spending it on an ally.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Because when you spend this card to play an ally.
That's why I was like really hoping on the wording.
Yeah. Because if you use that for sneak attack, you're paying for it for sneak attack.
Yeah. And then the effect is just play an ally if it was, but it's not.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. So many people have been let down by sneak attack because just the way the card's worded just gets around a lot of would be very cool things, and that is another would be.
We should just errata it.
Yeah.
It works like that. This is a casual game, right?
Yeah. So so effective leadership again only works till the end of your turn, but still buffing for 1 thwart and 1 attack until the end of the round or end of the phase. It is pretty good as well. So Jim, talk about this next one.
Yeah. So next up we have teamwork, a 0-cost event tactic. Hero interrupt. When you use your basic thwart or basic attack power, exhaust an ally you control. Add that ally's matching power to your hero's power for this use. So this can be huge, and since you're just adding their stat value to it, they then won't take the consequential damage. It's just tap them, add their power to yours, and then you get in.
Yeah.
Very strong.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, using think about Wolverine.
Yeah.
If you're doing what you had initially thought about, what with attacking every other turn, the turn you're not attacking with them, you can just tap him for teamwork and use his power or thwart to attack to add to it. Yeah. So
very strong.
Yeah, time will tell to like see how teamwork will really do in application or applicability, but it seems pretty good. Yeah. This next card was gonna go in just about every X-Men deck. So it's 2 cost support. Danger Room, location X-Men, alter ego response. After an X-Men ally enters play, exhaust Danger Room. Search your deck and discard pile for a training upgrade and attach it to that ally. Any player whose alter ego has the mutant trait may trigger this ability.
Dan, why is this card 2 cost?
I don't know. Dude, that's insane.
Yeah,
that is dude.
I mean, it's purely X-Men, but I know a lot of people would all love to play on theme and be like, "Oh yeah, let's all play X-Men this round."
Just multiple people playing X-Men leadership and having all of these X-Men allies. Oh, now granted, X-Men were just announced, so we're getting more X-Men minions.
Yeah.
Or excuse me, X-Men allies that are going to keep coming. Honestly, I can't wait for. I want Nightcrawler, Rogue. There's a lot that I want. That a lot that I'm sure are coming. Dude, this is so good.
Yeah,
but the fact that any player can trigger this if their identity has the mutant trait.
Yep.
Oh my goodness.
So then we can also think. I brought this one up to Dan. Every single X-Men player could have this in the deck, and the first one to just find it. Every other person gets to utilize it. It's
now granted. So like if Jim and I are both playing X-Men decks, and we both have Danger Room in our deck, he gets his out first. Okay, if I have mine in hand, either just use it for a resource, or if there's a situation that he somehow has to discard the support, I now have mine in hand ready to play. And we're good to go.
Yep.
Because I think this is such an important card. But again, you have to make sure your deck is filled with those training upgrades as well.
Yeah.
So this is very much a deck building thing, and you need to build your deck in a way that will optimize its effect.
I guess that's why it's 2-drop or 2 cost.
Yeah. Yeah. So but still such a great card. All right. Jim, talk about this last one.
Yeah. So we have, I really like this card. We have Utopia. It's a 2-cost support location X-Men. If each of your allies has the X-Men trait, increase your ally limit by 1.
We've seen that before. We've seen that before in a lot of other cards. So that's nothing new. But this next thing.
This next one, response, after an X-Men ally enters play, tap this card, exhaust this card, and ready an X-Men character.
I want to say that again. Character.
Dan, I don't know if you know this. I love to restand my character.
Yes. Like Colossus.
Do like a full blast, play an X-Men, restand, get in for an attack.
Yeah.
Sign me up.
Yeah. Or just be ready to defend.
Yeah.
As
or
well.
Defend.
Like Colossus, for instance. But there's so many applications. There's so many.
Well, we restand to defend at the end of our phase,
that's true. That's
so
true.
just attack.
Yeah, just attack. Yeah, just attack. My bad. Yeah. So and again, that's enters play. So that's not you're playing it. It is enters play.
Yep.
No matter how it enters play. So if it enters play through sneak attack or whatever, it enters play.
Yep.
You
so you can just do this. Oh no, it's not multiple times because you
do have to exhaust. Yeah, you exhaust it. Yeah. Which I don't. If you were able to somehow unexhaust Utopia, which I don't think there's really a lot of ways to do that. We'll have to see. But so Utopia is a good card. So, all right. Well, that is the Cyclops Hero Pack. What do you? I know what you think.
Dan, you already know I'm a huge fan, and I can't wait to play him as Aggression.
But the first time I started looking through it, I'm like, oh, it's all right. It seems meh. But then I'm going through the cards, and I'm like, no. Dude, this is amazing.
This is good.
This is so good. What am I talking about? But dude, that happens with every single pack.
Yeah.
Every single one of these packs, I'm just like, I just get more and more excited the more and more I go through it. So yeah, I'm excited. Cyclops looks pretty sweet. But what do you think? What are you most excited about? Also, who do you want to see? Like, what character do you want to see come out in a hero pack? For X-Men, I'd really like to know. But let us know. Let us know what you think of the Cyclops Hero Pack.
I'd love to see Deadpool.
He's
X-Men, right? Yeah. He had X-Men in his movie. It's the same thing.
if they do Spider-Ham, you'd think that they're gonna do Deadpool at some point. But let us know what you think. What is your favorite card that's been announced so far from Cyclops? Let us know, and then also leave a comment down below of who you want to see, what X-Men character you are most looking forward to see, and then we'll see if FFG agrees with you and gives you that character. Nightcrawler, that's what I want to see.
Yes.
I really want to see Nightcrawler.
I want to see Gambit, so I can just throw
Gambit
cards.
If they do not do Gambit, I will be so disappointed. Like, I love Gambit. Nightcrawler, just for me, has a special place in my heart. Just when I was growing up, I loved Nightcrawler, watching all of the shows. Nightcrawler is just my favorite. Kurt Wagner, I really liked him, but Gambit was the coolest. Gambit was the
He's
coolest.
a card guy, and you don't have him in a card game.
I know, right?
Come on.
Yeah. So, guys, let us know what you think down below, and let us know which character you want to see. But that's all we got for you for today, and we'll catch you on the next video. See you, everybody.
Take care.